Hey traders and investors, it's Serge Berger here. One question I get asked a lot is what is my favorite option strategy? And I've answered some of those questions before, but when it really comes down to the option strategy that I make the most money with on a steady basis, month in and month out, it really is basically either buying calls or puts. It's that simple. For the time frames that I work with, that works great. So there's a lot of questions then, of course, what strikes do we buy? What delta? What's the gamma? How do you hedge all that stuff? I can tell you after trading options for a long time now, if you are more of a swing trader rather than, an options trader in terms of calendar trades and you want to just kind of neutralize your position, if you want to go with the flow and essentially trade stocks but using options as leverage and basically risk management, buying calls or puts a little bit in the money with a delta more than 50 is a great strategy. There are times, of course, when the market doesn't do anything, but most of the time you will find some stocks either going up or going down. Then it becomes a matter of analyzing the market, analyzing the sectors, the industries, and then the individual stocks that actually move. So if you look at Microsoft here, a recent example, we bought Microsoft calls just a few days ago actually, legged into some calls as the stock found some support at the bottom end of its range here that it's been in for some time, and then actually bought some more calls. You have to be a little bit careful. You don't buy you pay too much for volatility, so you have to look at the implied volatility skew a little bit. I will talk about that another day. But basically, you can then leg into this trade and get a lot more leverage than just if you were to trade the stock itself. Now, this particularly applies to a stock like Microsoft, which is why I'm talking about Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't really move a ton, and it is really nice to have the leverage of options in addition to the risk management tool, as long as you don't forget to close the trade. You don't want to buy calls or puts and just set them and forget them. You have a lot of dynamics working against you, from time decay to all sorts of changes in the other Greeks, that you need to make sure this is something you actively you're involved with. Just like you would trade a stock, you can buy, make a lot of money. At least in my experience, and in all of the subscribers and clients that I have, we are doing this all the time. It's just a matter of going with the flow, analyzing the underlying equity, buying calls or puts, a little bit in the money, and you are good to go. I hope this makes sense. Any questions, as always, please tweet me at my Twitter handle, which is SteadyTrader.